mid 20s to the upper 20s. 24 degrees was the coldest temperature at Baltimore, Pax River, Ocean City, and Newport News. Here at Wallops, it got down to a low of 27 degrees. No precipitation across the region yesterday, and currently we have mostly cloudy skies and cloudy conditions across all stations. Here at Wallops, 42 degrees under mostly cloudy skies as of 9 a.m. Upper air sounding from this morning showing a easterly wind at 4 knots at the 1,000-foot level. Then starting to see a gradual increase out of the northwest as we go up through the column. Our wind max right now at the 25,000-foot level out of the northwest at 71 knots. The freezing level was at the surface as of 12Z this morning. Current surface analysis depicting weak high pressure over the area, which was the reason for the mostly clear skies overnight and into earlier this morning. The cloud cover is increasing now as we're starting to see the disturbance off to our west begin to approach the region in the form of a cold front that is pushing eastward, currently moving through the eastern portions of the Tennessee Valley, and that'll continue to push eastward today, eventually moving through the area overnight tonight, and will be providing us with likely scenario for rainfall especially during the later portion of this evening during the overnight hours. We'll see the chance of some drizzle starting around 4 p.m. this afternoon, and then the light to moderate rainfall beginning, it looks like, after about 7 p.m. this evening as that front begins to make its way through the area. Then along this frontal boundary, an area of low pressure will be forming. We'll have another nor'easter on our hands for our day tomorrow, and we'll be intensifying and moving off along the northeast coastline. For here at Wallops, we'll just be experiencing some increasing winds, also some rain tomorrow morning to the early afternoon. Looks like our wind gusts are going to top out between 30 to 35 miles per hour, and could see potentially up to 3/4 of an inch to 1 inch of rainfall associated with this system. So for our PM planner for today, again, we'll have increasing cloudiness continuing, eventually becoming overcast. Then we'll see a chance for some drizzle after 4 p.m. and then light to moderate rainfall beginning after 7 p.m. This evening. And during the overnight hours, we'll start to see our rain really ramp up, and good chance for moderate rainfall throughout the overnight hours. We'll also have our ceilings dropping below, it looks like below 500 feet with the moderate rainfall as the cold front begins to move through the region. And then for tomorrow morning, the area of low pressure will begin to form off the coastline and begin to intensify. We'll start to see rain begin to dissipate as we go throughout the morning to the early afternoon. Some lighter showers, but the winds will begin to pick up out of a northeasterly direction and eventually shifting northwesterly. As I had mentioned earlier, model output is generally putting rain between 3/4 of an inch to an inch of rainfall. This is the GFS output, valid at 18Z or 1 p.m. Tomorrow morning, for a 24-hour rainfall total of about 0.94 inches. And this is generally what the models have been putting out, generally between that 3/4 of an inch to 1 inch mark. So it's what we'll be expecting from this system as it will continue through the early afternoon time frame. And then by Wednesday for the PM planner, area of low pressure will be off the southern New England coastline. We'll be throwing copious amounts of snowfall over that area. Could see up to a foot of snow in some spots in the portions of New England, maybe a little bit more as well. Winds will also be picking up again, should be maxing out for our local area at about 30 to 35 mile per hour wind gusts out of a northwesterly direction. And then for our Thursday PM planner, that area of low pressure will be continuing over the New England coastline, but for here, we'll just have some slightly breezy conditions under partly cloudy to partly sunny skies, and we'll have temperatures hovering in the mid-40s. So for our next couple hours here, we're going to be green in terms of our hazards. Up until about 4 p.m. this afternoon, temperatures should be maxing out around 46 degrees. We have southeasterly winds right now at about 4 to 8 knots, increasing this afternoon to about 7 to 12 knots out of the southeast, and then later this afternoon 9 to 14 knots. We will carry a chance for some light drizzle or for drizzle after about 4 p.m. this afternoon, and then light rainfall starting at about 7 p.m. and then that moderate rainfall, it looks like, will be moving into the area by about 10 p.m. this evening. Southeasterly winds at about 9 to 14 knots, and then moderate rainfall continuing throughout the overnight hours. Winds generally out of the southeast to begin with at 9 to 14 knots, and then dropping out of the east to 7 to 12 knots through tomorrow morning. Well, they'll begin to shift more east-northeasterly, and then those winds will begin to pick up out of a northeasterly direction and eventually shifting northwesterly later tomorrow morning, and it looks like we'll be in wind advisory criteria. The overnight low looks like it'll be right around midnight with a 40-degree temperature, and then temperatures will be hovering in the lower 40s during the overnight hours. Our tides are currently 2 feet above normal, and as we go into the day tomorrow, we'll have rainfall chances tomorrow morning into the early afternoon, mostly cloudy to overcast with a chance of scattered showers. Will be breezy with a high of 46 degrees. Wednesday night we'll have partly cloudy skies, slightly breezy, and seasonable with a low of 33 degrees. And then Thursday, partly cloudy and mostly sunny skies and slightly breezy with a high of 47 degrees. For the next 7 days, we'll have dry conditions for both Thursday and Friday. Temperatures hovering in the mid-40s, so slightly below normal, as again our daytime highs are normally in the lower 50s for this time of year. So we head into this weekend, and it really starts to enter into a pretty big question mark. Saturday, yesterday was looking like we could see a chance for some light shower activity, but right now it looks like more dry conditions with just increased cloudiness over the area. We're up to a high temperature around 49 degrees, and then on Sunday, models have been widely varying on the solution for the end of the weekend and into early next week, as some of the models are showing an area of low pressure moving up out of the southeastern United States and through our area, could be providing us with a chance for some moderate to heavy rainfall potentially on Sunday with a high of 47 degrees. And some of the models have actually just dropped that area of low pressure completely, so we're carrying right now a chance for rainfall given the model trends and also some of the ensemble solutions as well. And then for Monday, question mark in terms of precipitation type. If we do get that area of low pressure move along the coast, we could have some cold air advecting in behind the departing low pressure system, which could eventually change some of that rainfall back to snow, or to snow, excuse me. So we could potentially see a rain-snow mix on Monday, but again, the model solutions have been widely varying, so forecast uncertainty is very high for the end of the weekend and heading into early next week. Well, that'll conclude the 10 a.m. weather briefing for today. We'll be back again with you tomorrow morning at 8:15 for your daily operations weather briefing. Have a great day.